Hey guys, Justin here with JAM Apiary. Welcome to the channel. This is the first of many videos. There's going to be a lot of editing in this first video. We got a lot to do. I have a recent fascination with honeybees. So we have taken a beginning beekeeping course a few days ago, and I have placed an order for many other parts that we need to get this beehive going. I do have bees on the way that will be here Friday. So come along with me as we go pick up the first of many pieces, and then come along with me with the journey of setting up this 1 acre plot to get bees readily available. Alright y'all, we are pulling up now to the store, so I will get back with y'all as soon as I get everything loaded up. See y'all soon. Alright y'all, we got the pickup order, everything is here. I'll see you when we get back to the house. Alright, welcome back everybody. Finally back from the store here, and we're gonna go through some of the stuff we got. So like I said, I pick up my bees on this Friday. I don't remember the exact date. It's like July 25th. So it's more towards the end of the season. So we're getting set up here. So let's get into this. First off, I got me a metal beehive stand. I know there's some cheaper options like cinder blocks and some 4x4s, but I didn't want to go with that route since I only have one hive here. We got our queen excluder. We have a feeding tray for the brood box for winter time. Over here, we have some sugar bricks and some pollen patties. We are about to start into a dearth section of Texas here. So making sure that they're very well fed will be key here. I went ahead and got 2 supers, and in each of these supers, I have our frames. These frames are a plastic frame with a wax coating on them. So like I said, I have 2 of those. And I went ahead and also got another deep. And in the deep, we have more frames. These ones have the black plastic frames in them with the wax coating as well. Talking with the people I bought all this bee equipment from, the hive I'm getting is a single-story hive. So it already has, it's guaranteed 3 frames of full brood and some resources there. So they say they're already at around 60 to 70% full. So I went ahead and bought another box so they have room for the winter time. All right, a couple other things that I got that I forgot to mention in that last little segment is I went and bought these special honeybee frame storage bags. If y'all don't know, bees are temperamental. They're kind of like toddlers. If they don't like the way something feels, they don't like the speck of dust or anything on it, they won't build combs. They won't draw out the combs. So I got these for my frames that are not going to be immediately in use, to protect them not only from wax moths, but also protect them from dust and dirt. As I have dogs, I don't need dog hair getting on the wax frames and whatnot. Also, I got a queen excluder cleaning tool. A queen marking cage, a single-handed one, and a blue marker, a blue queen marking tool. Blue signifies years ending in 0 and 5. So it means that we're in 2025. I'm gonna go ahead and mark the queen when I get her and find her, because the hive I'm getting does not mark the queen. So I wanna be able to mark her with the blue so I know that it's a 2025 queen. I also got some honeybee forage seed mix, and that is going to go over on the side of the yard, and I'll kind of show you where all that's gonna go right now. Okay, so this is where the hive is actually gonna go. We're gonna put it right around where that dirt pile is, and all the way over here. You gotta excuse the mess. I did just mow this to get it prepped for that seed mix I got. But we're gonna have to do some work on the side yard here, because if you can't tell, this dirt down here is rock solid. So I am going to rent a tiller. We're gonna till all of that up, and this whole section to the fence line over there is going to be foraging flowers. All right, y'all, we are back in the garage now. I'm gonna go ahead and get set up and build this metal frame beehive holder behind me. So let me get you set up on a time lapse and we'll go through and build that. All right, y'all, the hive stand is built. It did take, I had to look it up because it didn't come with instructions and I didn't know which way it stood, but it is built. I tested it, it does fit. I know it's not a perfect test with what I did. I don't have the bottom board yet. I'll get that Friday, but the actual deep box does fit on there, so I'd assume the bottom board fits too. However, I have 2 extra pieces and a bunch of extra bolts, so I don't know if this is just spare parts in case that stuff doesn't fit or if I need to expand. But this part, it's not even drilled all the way through like that side. So I'll have to fix that if I ever do need to end up using these. I guess I have extra just in case those rust. So I will see y'all here when we get to tilling. All right, guys, now that we have the hive stand built, I'm probably gonna go ahead and start putting my frames in those plastic baggies to keep them safe. Being that we're still about 3 days out from obtaining our actual bee hive. I don't want any dust or dirt or anything getting on those, and I won't be using all those boxes right away. So I'm gonna put you on a time lapse. We're gonna get all these frames in these plastic bags. All right, y'all, we got 30 frames in these bags. These bags do fit deep and medium frames, so they'll fit pretty much any frame you have available. What's nice is when these frames are in these bags, they also fit back in the box with the bags on them, so you won't be having free frames everywhere just in bags. So apologize, I look like I'm hot and sweaty, it's because I am. Here in Texas today, it's probably close to about 100 degrees. I didn't check. So it's a little warm today. So I will catch up with y'all here when we get to tilling. If you can't tell, we are in a different vehicle right now because the tiller that we rented is actually pretty big. Weighs about 265 pounds, and when we were measuring the back seat of my Jeep, even with the back seat out, there was no way it was gonna fit. So thankfully my neighbor has a pickup truck, and he so graciously let us use. He's going to get food right now, but he drove me up to Home Depot over here to get the tiller. And once we get back to the house, I'll get you all set up and we'll get a time lapse going. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get that entire section done now tonight because it's around 6 p.m. here. So it'll probably be a little bit tonight and a little bit in the morning and try to get it all finished out. So we'll see y'all back at the house. All right, guys, we are back at the house now. We got the tiller unloaded, so I'm gonna get you all set up over there. We may not be able to do the whole thing today, but I'm gonna wanna at least get started to see how it runs. So I'm gonna get you set up over there, put you on a time lapse, see what happens. Okay, y'all, y'all. We're running a little bit out of daylight here. Probably got about another 30 so minutes left, so I'm gonna call it quits here for the day. Let me go ahead and show y'all what we have going on. So that tiller did an awesome job. I mean, you can see it's pulling up these rocks, these big old rocks. I mean, that's that's not a small size rock there. So, you know, before you can't even get your fingernail in there. And now that we've done a couple passes, I get almost all my fingers in this one section here. Now there's some fine tuning. There's a couple hard spots like right here that I still need to go over. My plan is to go this direction with it. And then once I'm done with all this, I'm gonna go this direction with it. That way we have the most coverage on how much we've tilled, and it will have the best chance for those flowers to bloom. Now I don't have a sprinkler system over here, so I do have a little sprinkler you hook up to a hose and water it, which is probably what we'll do. So I will catch y'all in the morning.
Good morning, good morning. It is the next day here. We are bright and early in the morning. We got some coffee going. We're gonna get this tiller back up and going. We're going to try and get this knocked out.
Okay guys, it's been about an hour since we've been working. I started around 8 o'clock, it's about 9:10 right now. We got a lot done. We're almost done. There's a little ravine down there, but the tiller just ran out of fuel. So I'm gonna go get some fuel. All right guys, it is done. We did it both vertical and horizontal. We found some things in the dirt. I don't know why builders do this sometimes, but I found a whole rusted saw blade. There's tons of rocks. There's all sorts of stuff. So let me show you what it looks like. So this is what it's looking like after it's done. Like I said, I did both vertical and horizontal. Down over here, we call it the ravine. It was a little bit more difficult. The fence line right here is super hard, so I don't know if the water just runs off, settles, and just turns into super hard rock. But this little curve here definitely got it all done. But this is looking like I can stick almost my whole hand in there now. I really like the way it turned out. Now we're gonna have to go buy a clay-based kitty litter now, because on the pollination seeds that they gave me, they recommend mixing 1 pound of seed to 1 pound of a clay-based kitty litter. So I got to go find that, and then we're going to spread all the seed out, tamp it down. I'll probably just grab the ride-on lawnmower and roll over it that way without the blades going to get it real in the dirt. Then I'll drag a hose over here, water it down, get it really settled into this dirt. All right, we are finally back from the store. We got a few things. My spreader broke, so I got a new one. I got fancy with it. It's electric. We got some non-clumping natural clay kitty litter, and we also got some garden lime. I know this soil over there, if you could even call it soil, it's more dirt, is probably not going to have a pH of 5. I'm thinking about getting a truckload of compost or mulch or something like that in order to get it to actually be a soil. We also got a bird bath as well for when the bees do get here. I'll put a little pad on top of it so they can land safely and not drown in the water. So I'm gonna get this stuff mixed up. We're gonna go over and we're gonna spread that seed out and see if we can tamp it down. All right, we got our mixture set up to 1 pound of the kitty litter to 1 pound of the seed mix. We're gonna go through, I'm gonna spread all that out,
And then after that, I'm gonna put the lime over the top of it. And then I am going to bring the hose over here and we're going to water this all down to get it saturated into this dirt. So let me get you set up on a time lapse and we'll get started. Hey guys, we got the seed spread mixed with the non-clumping kitty litter with natural clay. Then I also threw the lime down. I am making a judgment call on not rolling all of this to get it real compact. I'm going to try to let it go naturally. My wife is currently watering all of it with the hose right now just to kind of get it moist and to sit down a little bit. And then I have this 3-prong sprayer that hooks up to the hose. Once we get it all sprayed down with the regular hose here with the adapter that she has on it right now, I'll put that in the corner, let it run for 15-20 minutes, and then just move it throughout. Obviously this is not big enough to do this whole area at one time, so we're gonna get that hooked up as soon as we get this tamped down a little bit with just water. So we'll see y'all here shortly. All right guys, we're just about finished up with spraying all this loose dirt down. Ashley's finishing all this up right now. We got a small little section left to go. It's probably a little windy out here, so I apologize. Once we get that, I'll get the green triple sprayer hooked up and we'll let that run for about 10-15 minutes and rotate it throughout this area to get it really compacted in with water. All right guys, we got it set up. It's working perfectly. It'll probably be 4 different sections. We have to move that around, but it is what it is. It works, and it works well. So we're gonna let this run about 15-20 minutes. So this should be the last steps to do in preparation for the beehives coming on Friday. So if you enjoyed this video, consider liking, comment, subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. Have a good one.